Whew, man. Hey there, YouTube. KS Cuber here. It's a little bit later. Got to keep it down as usual. I'm going to cut to the intro here very shortly because I just want to get into this video. I'd say maybe I should change my name to the Crazy Cuber after this unboxing and after this purchase. But it's finally here. I'm over it. Let's get into this video. So, if you could not tell from those initial little shots there, what we're unboxing today is the craziest, largest, mass-produced N×N puzzle, the Yuxin 17x17. I'm super excited. Let's get the rest of this box off here and let's get right into it. First off, I'm just going to take a look at the included extra accessories. Sorry if you can't see them from way up there, but basically these are just a bunch of extra caps for different pieces, including the edge pieces and an extra set of screws and hardware for the core. That's very nice. And also right here we have a whole set of replacement centerpieces as well as an extra core. So that's very nice of Yuxin that they include all that. For the price of this puzzle, it's good to have those. Really hope I'm not going to be breaking this thing anytime soon, but you just never know, and it's good to have. Without further ado, let's cut the packaging here and let's get into it. I guess I will say where I got this from. I actually bought this from HK Now store. They seem to have the best price on this at the moment. It arrived very, very quickly. I did pay for the registered post option, so that was an extra $15. So it arrived very, very quickly. I think this took about 5 days total, and it was shipping for only about 3 of those days. So very, very impressive on their side. Ooh, now it's just about time to get into this here. Should I do like a drum roll? There it is. Not sure if you can see it in that upper camera there, but I'll turn on my other one here quickly. Here is the Yuxin 17x17. I can tell you on the box it said something like 3 kilograms, and this is definitely no lightweight puzzle. Oh man. If I pick it up by the hang thing here, it is very, very heavy. I'm going to do some comparisons here later, but first off, let's get this out of the box and do some first turns and impressions. The box seems to be giving way here, as you can see, but that's understandable with a puzzle so large. Okay, back to the other camera up there. Hopefully this 2-camera setup works. I decided not to actually set up 2 cameras on tripods and just set it up kind of like that. We'll see. Like I said, this box is kind of falling apart, so it's kind of unfortunate I can't keep the box. It is so large though. I'm not sure it's necessary. Oh man, it isn't sunk in yet that I have sitting before me a Yuxin 17x17 cube. Oh man, that's awesome. I really can't believe that I have this right here. This thing is absolutely massive. I'll do a good like cinematographic, that's not a word by any means. I'll do a nice cinematic like slideshow of this puzzle here, or at least some shots, probably at the end of the review, so stay tuned for that. Here is the Yuxin 17x17. I am completely, first impression, I'm completely blown away, completely overwhelmed. I can't believe that I have one of these in my hands. As you can see, my hands do fit over this. Like I said, I'll do some comparisons here later for size comparison for you guys. This thing is heavy, first off. Let me get a scale up here quickly. Not sure how well this is going to be in focus, but hopefully that will be. Let's just put this thing on the scale. It's calibrated for 0 right now. If I put that on there, it maxes it out. This scale goes up to 5 pounds. So I'd have to guess this puzzle is around 6 pounds. I'll put an exact weight up on the screen. But basically, all in all, this puzzle is absolutely massive. Okay, I'm not going to stall anymore. Let's get into a checkerboard pattern. I think that's going to be the easiest way to show this here. I can also give some impressions on first turns. And wow, this thing is so smooth right out of the box. Let's see if it's easier to do it kind of like that. This is going to be more of a table sitting puzzle rather than like a handheld puzzle when you're actually solving it. But for all the pieces that are in here, which I'm just kind of overwhelmed with this. I'm actually having trouble grabbing the next layer there just because it's so thin. This puzzle turns amazing for what it is. It is a bit looby out of the box. It's not as bad as like a shank shell puzzle. So if you know that, I mean, you can expect it. It does need all the lube to turn this well. So I definitely don't knock it on that. This is just a ridiculous puzzle. As you can see, I have the first layer of the checkerboard there. It's going to be a little bit hard to get all aligned and go for the second layer here. I do have the corner sticker there, which some people on some of the lower order Yuxin puzzles, some of theirs didn't come with stickers on the corner there, and actually had on the center or something different than that. This one does have the corner sticker. Let's try to go a little bit faster on this one here. No catching issues. That's something very, very good for first impressions. And let's just check tensions here quickly, if that's possible. It's not on loose tensions, but it definitely is not on super tight tensions either. It's pretty good, pretty well tensioned, straight out of the box. This thing is just absolutely massive. And there we go. I'm just messing up the checkerboard there a little bit. I'm curious for the durability of this puzzle because they include the extra pieces, but I'm assuming that's just because this is such an expensive puzzle, they wanted to include enough pieces just in case you did break one. So, as you can see, we're coming to the close on the second layer checkerboard. My hands are a combination of a little bit sweaty and a little bit lubey there. I've heard people say it's very, very lubey out of the box. This one's not that lubey compared to those. And wow, just the first impressions on that first side of the checkerboard, completely amazing. Okay. Let's get the last side done here. I'm just going to leave this on the video. I'm sure somebody's going to want to watch it. There's only like 3 other unboxing videos on this on YouTube right now, as far as I know. So I'm just going to leave all this in here. If you want to skip through, then that's fine. It's probably going to be as much as like a 20-minute video, just because I'm going to do a lot of comparisons and other things with this puzzle. Having a little bit of a catch there, but I think it's just because it's not fully aligned. I'm not sure if I like the pillowed shape quite as much as I would like actually like a cubic one of these, but it can't be helped. Just because of the size, we get what they give us. So anyway, that is going to result in some minor catching and things if you have it on a table like this. I definitely like the stickers for reasons other people have said, which would be that the stickers will not fall off. Actually, I like the stickerless version of this puzzle as opposed to a black plastic with stickers, just because the stickers will not come off, which is really, really good when you're like kind of moving it on a table like that. First off, it's a bit disconcerting, but it does spin like that. That is really, really cool. Center caps on here, if I can actually find the center layer. Be interesting to see the screw under there and see how small that is. Say there's a very small nail nick, but it's very hard to get that piece off there, which is good. You want a center caps poppy on you and caps in general. Let me just get a quick close-up there on that screw. As you can see right there, there's the cap that goes down in there, and that is how you tension this puzzle. It is tensionable, it looks like, with a normal screwdriver, so that's good. There's a couple extra shots of the just scope of the checkerboard here. This is a 17 by 17 for sure. Oh man, that is just super, super, super cool. Okay, well, I guess that's enough gawking over the size and checkerboard pattern. I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave it in there for the rest of the video for right now. And without further ado, like I said, or like I'm going to say here, leave any questions in the comment section below if I missed anything on this. I will be making quite a few more videos on this thing in the future, probably a solve video, probably some other stuff, just because of the monumental size and thing of this puzzle. I will be making more videos, don't worry about that. But here it is in checkerboard pattern, done. Let's quickly get into some size comparisons with other cubes. First up, just something I have in reach here. I'll go get some other cubes in a moment. There is a Lucky Cat Cube. So if anybody has that, it's Lucky Cat Cube. Let's get a normal 57mm 3x3. This is a 57mm 3x3 right there. Let me zoom in here quickly. Okay, there we go. Let's go for that more zoomed in aspect there. I still want to get this thing out of frame. I have no screen on this camera, so it's kind of hard to tell. But there is a normal 57mm 3x3. As you can see, absolutely dwarfed by that. I'd say it's about 2.5 57mm 3x3s by 2.5. And next up, let's have some bigger cube size comparisons. First off, I'm just going to grab my Yuxin 9x9 over here. This is actually the largest order Yuxin puzzle that I have, aside from this one. As you can see, it is positively dwarfed by this puzzle right here. Let me just try and get a different angle here. As you can see, the 9x9 is completely and utterly dwarfed by that 17x17. If I just put it on top right there, it is not quite 2 9x9s wide, but it is huge, huge, huge compared to that. Next up here, let me grab a Shengshao 11x11. I'm going to go zoom the camera back out a little bit for this one here. Hopefully that's all in frame. Said I can't see it. I'll do a secondary camera thing here shortly though. The Shengshao 11x11, which is actually a little bit smaller than the Yuxin 11x11, is actually the exact size, or at least very, very close to it, the inner layers of the 17 by 17. So this is a really big cube. This is an even bigger cube. And also for people saying it's not hand holdable, it is hand holdable. And I'm pretty sure I could even do a solve on this thing, holding it, kind of like this. I mean, you'd have to hold it with your left hand there, and then you solve it like that. But I'm known to do like Hishu super big 3x3 solves, and also 11x11 solves without tabling the puzzle. I'm very known for not tabling puzzles, ever. And also, I'm having a few little minor catching issues there, but it's probably just inaccurate turning, just because of all the layers there. But anyway, so it is hand holdable, at least for me. It's not going to be hand holdable for a lot of people, and a lot of people prefer to table this puzzle. Also, full layer turns I can do. Finger tricks, not so much. I mean, usually, a few catching things there, again. And also, it looks like I have a layer that's not checkerboarded there. Some people are going to comment that if I don't fix that, so I'll checkerboard that there quickly. But anyway, let's just take the example of like a 9x9 here. If you can see this, I can finger trick a 9x9, no problem. So that's pretty easy. A Xingsha 11x11 even, you can still finger trick it. Fairly easy. The Xingsha 11x11 is really horrible and likes to pop on me, but finger tricks and holding that are fairly easy. On this puzzle, on the other hand, it is absolutely massive, and finger tricking it is no easy feat compared to those puzzles. So this is probably going to be resigned to like a table for actually doing that. And there's another checkerboard one that is undone. So there you go. Fix that. This is just a ridiculous puzzle. Try not to be overwhelmed by it. Anyway, here is a Mint Volk. Again, 56mm 3x3, or 55.5 I should say, to be exact. Here is a Megaminx in comparison to that. And here's a comparison I actually wanted to do since I first saw this puzzle. I actually posted on my Instagram a long time ago that I was ready for one of these. Zoom this all the way back out here, because I have a Hishu super big 3x3. And as you can see, that's actually a pretty fair size comparison right there. The Hishu super big 3x3, which has a GoPro mount on at the moment, and the Yuxin 17x17. This puzzle, I can finger trick fairly well. I can solve in about a minute, or maybe like 48 seconds PB or something like that. And it's actually just a little bit, just a hair bigger than the Yuxin 17x17. Let me get you a quick second angle shot here. As you can see, it is just a hair bigger than the Yuxin 17x17. Might be hard to see on that camera angle, might not be. But if you have a Hishu super big, you'll know more what to expect of this puzzle. It's absolutely massive with all those different layers. It's obviously a lot harder to turn than the Hishu super big. You can really cheat on this one a little bit, cutting corners and all that. But in this case, this thing is absolutely huge. So, I guess, I'm not sure the exact size from the center to the center of this, but I assume it's right around 180mm, which is what this Hishu super big is. So, just all in all, it is absolutely massive. It weighs a lot. Like, I mean, it's super heavy. It's around 6 pounds. And compared to Xingsha 11x11, it's completely dwarfed. Okay, so what more can I say about this puzzle? Like I said, I'll be making more videos in the coming days here. I'm not sure if I'm going to try patterns on this one. I really don't want to try a super flip pattern, as that's going to mess it up, and that's no good because I am really bad at super flip, and I'm pretty sure I'd mess it up on this puzzle. I will be doing some solve videos on this in the future. I might actually live stream a solve. I was thinking about doing that, so I might do that this Sunday or next Sunday. We'll see about that. And then also, I'm going to be doing a few other, like, off-camera and possibly one, like, GoPro on-camera solves. I actually bought this since I'm going on a trip here fairly soon. I'm going to be in the car for a long time. Part of it in the dark, but I should be able to get an actual good time solve on this cube. And that was one of my, like, quick things. I was like, okay, I should probably just go and get this puzzle right now. All in all, I'm super overwhelmed by this puzzle. If you have any questions, comments, anything else, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer them. This is just an immense, insane puzzle that I wanted to show the unboxing video of. I hope you enjoyed this here. I'm just going to finish undoing the checkerboard pattern. As you can see, I am holding it this time. And as you can see, it's actually going pretty smoothly now that I've turned it a little bit. And I'm getting kind of used to the turning. It is possible to do this handheld. I think a solve on this is going to be pretty insane. It's probably going to take me probably around 6 hours. We're going to see about that. It takes me about an hour to solve an 11x11 and about 20 minutes to solve a 9x9. So we'll see, all in all, that this puzzle is super, super crazy. Okay, there you go. So I'm pretty sure I sped through the rest of that. Bit of the super flip. I'm going to do some cinematographic shots. Man, I cannot say that word. Just kind of like cinematic shots. That's what it is. It's not, there's no graph or anything in there. I'm going to do some cinematic shots of this puzzle kind of show you the mechanism a little bit. Let's try corner cutting quick. I mean, that's a really important thing on a cube this big. If you don't have corner cutting, you don't have anything. It does not corner cut quite one piece, or quite two pieces. One piece, it cuts with ease. Try a different side here and see if it's tensioned a little bit differently. See if I can get it to cut 1.5 pieces. Nope, will not cut. White at one piece there. It cuts effortlessly. Obviously no reverse corner cutting, but it is very good for what it is. And I was joking about like every big cube needs to have corner cutting, but that's about it right there. This cube is absolutely massive. I am beyond excited to have this cube. It is an extreme dent in anybody's bank account, so I wouldn't suggest getting this puzzle unless you're an extreme collector and really half insane. So I guess that's about it. Thanks for watching. On to the cinematic shots. Okay, well I didn't get a ton of different shots there, but hopefully I got a few. This is about the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe below if you enjoyed. Go and follow my Instagram if you actually want to see photos of this puzzle and others in my collection. I take some really interesting stuff there. Final thoughts on this puzzle. In turning and doing those little test things, I noticed a couple interesting things. First off, the caps right here in the center of each of the edges is actually raised a little bit higher, and actually I'll say the entire piece is raised a little bit higher than the rest of the pieces. Not a major thing, but it is noticeable. Also, a couple of the caps are slightly raised also. And then, let's see, I thought I noticed a couple of little minor spots of discoloration, usually in the red side, just color discrepancy. Like that cap right there, it's hard to tell on camera, but it's just a little bit different shade of red than all the rest there. Not a huge deal, but on a puzzle this expensive, it would be nice if it were perfect in that regard. But I guess this is how it is. It's a really, really crazy puzzle, a really insane puzzle for my collection. I'm very, very glad to have it. And that's about it. The Yuxin 17x17. Also, pardon that one of the layers is not checkerboarded there. It's hard to get all the sides checkerboarded, as funny as that sounds, with this puzzle. So anyway, like I said, that's where I'm going to end off the video. Thanks for watching. Checkerboard out. Goodbye.